All this makeup takes too much energy. Anyway, we are 1 week into the new year, and I have done what I do every year with my list of resolutions. Buried it deep inside some drawer never to be found again, and replaced it with a different list. Now, what is this list? This list is a list of movies that I really want to watch this year. 2025 will be seeing a number of releases, but life is short, and I'm going to keep this list short as well. And I will talk only about 10 that I'm sure I'll be buying tickets for. Now, these could be hits, flops, somewhere in between, but I am sure I'll be watching them. Okay, this list is in no particular order of preference. I'm just going to talk about it as it comes to my head. The fan following of the first movie transcends age, language, region. I am talking about Superman. So, Superman is getting a Marvel makeover, and while the very thought of it can make some of you throw up in your mouth, I'm actually kind of happy that Superman is going back to a colorful world and, finally stepping out of the darkish, cold world that only suits Batman. So I am a little fearful that the Superman movie will look like an extended version of the MCU because it's James Gunn behind the wheel after all. And fans will need to get a little used to this big stark change in tone from the Henry Cavill Superman movies. But I think once we can cross that bridge, it's going to be a fun watch and experience in the theater. The second one is a horror flick, Nosferatu. Or Nosferatu, how do you say it? Is it Nosferatu? Is it Nosferatu? I am sick and tired of filmmakers trying to portray vampires as this sexy, heartthrob creatures and totally whitewash their horrific side, which, if you go by Bram Stoker's Dracula, is the only side they have. The direction and screenplay is by Robert Eggers, who has worked on some visually stunning movies before, which were set in historic time periods similar to this one. The acting, the production design, and the costumes are some of the most believable in gothic horror, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Your friends in the US may have already watched this movie in November last year, but it's releasing on the 10th in India. Third on my list is Jolly LLB 3. I am really happy that the franchise is bringing back Arshad Varsi, but the movie is going to star Akshay Kumar as well, probably to draw in more crowd. I hope this movie is less typical Bollywood like the second one was, with all that extra drama and the action and the unrealistic humor. And I hope this one is more grounded like the original Jolly LLB. It was more realistic and definitely more charming. It was not fake, basically. Who am I kidding? The fourth one on my list is Thug Life. This is the collaboration among Mani Ratnam, Kamal Hassan, and A.R. Rahman. What are the chances the movie will disappoint? The last time Mani Ratnam collaborated with Kamal Hassan, they created the cult classic Nayakan. And collaborations between Mani Ratnam and Rahman have produced albums like Dil Se, Guru, Bombay. I mean, if the movie is bad, I'm just going to shut my eyes and enjoy the music at least. Win-win. Back to the superhero universe with number 5. Captain America Brave New World has finally wrapped up its crazy production process and ready to give Sam Wilson some limelight and the audience some fancy airborne action. Yes, the trailer does make the movie look like Avengers Light, with all these with all these Marvel superheroes making an entrance, which, if you ask me, is never a good idea in a movie which is supposed to just focus on one superhero. Let's see how this turns out, though I already have my list of whys and hows and what about the movie. Speaking of superheroes, can supervillains be far behind? Thunderbolts is releasing. I actually don't know when it's releasing. Anyway, it's sixth on my list, and a little bit of redemptive catharsis is always a good thing, right? When you see a bad guy do something good for a change, and you also get to see the world from their POV. DC tried to do this with Suicide Squad, and that was such a letdown. Let's just hope Marvel does a better job. Seventh on my list is Kantara, A Legend, Chapter 1. This is a prequel to Kantara, and Wikipedia describes this movie as period horror fantasy action thriller. So basically everything except comedy and romance. No problem. I loved Kantara, and I feel this could also be a really good theater experience and give moments that you would talk about even days after watching the movie. And I think it's also time for me to get a Kannada tutor because the trailer sounded so much better in it than it did in Hindi. Eighth is the beautifully shot Kubera. Now, this is a social thriller directed by Shekhar Kamula. And have you seen the trailer yet? Every frame is so pleasing. It stars Nagarjuna, Dhanush, Rashmika, Jim Sarb, and Dalip Kahil. And it's been shot in multiple languages, as in including Hindi. The movie is about chasing wealth, I think, but mainly about greed and ambition. But isn't that applicable to other things as well? So I'm not too sure if it's only about money. Ninth on my list is The Intern. I want to watch this remake because I kind of liked the original. It was not a mind blowing movie, but it was easy and optimistic. No surprise here, Amitabh Bachchan has been cast as the senior intern. This role was played by Robert De Niro in the original, and Deepika will be playing the part that was played by Anne Hathaway, I guess. Deepika is also the producer of the movie. And then we have Neena Gupta. What are the chances that the audience will not do a frame by frame comparison of the two? Zero. The 10th one is a complete no brainer. I am going to watch the new Mission Impossible movie because having grown up watching the MI movies, it's pure sacrilege to not watch any new installment of it that comes out. So Tom Cruise is once again telling somebody on the other side of the camera to trust him. And he's dangling from planes and he's running and he's crashing cars and he's running and he's accomplishing impossible missions and running. Now that is fine. He can keep saving the world and doing all these impossible mission things all he wants, as many times as he wants. I am going to keep buying the tickets and watching the movie. So that's the end of my must watch list. And you know what I want to do? I really want to make a list of movies that I don't want to watch. Because trust me, there are so many trailers that have come out which are distressing to say the least. Do you guys also have a list of movies that you want to watch? You can put it down in the comments. Maybe I will check them out too.